Gen Z's favorite app wasn't born in Silicon Valley. It was engineered in China, unleashed in 2016, and then quietly merged with a billion-dollar rival to become TikTok. Within months, it captured teens worldwide with an algorithm unlike anything before. But the very system that powered viral dances and minted influencers has triggered a global panic about privacy, political influence, and control. How did TikTok take over Gen Z and terrify the world along the way? The answer starts far from the spotlight, with a company most people had never heard of. Zhang Yiming didn't set out to copy Silicon Valley. He wanted to outdo it. In 2016, his company ByteDance launched Douyin in China, a short-form video app powered by a recommendation engine that learned what each user liked, then fed them more of it. The idea was simple. Let the algorithm, not your friends, decide what you see. Within a year, Douyin had millions of users, and ByteDance was eyeing the rest of the world. But breaking through outside China meant more than just translating the app. In 2017, ByteDance released TikTok for global markets, but realized it needed a shortcut to reach American teens already hooked on another platform, Musical.ly. That app, famous for lip syncing and quick-fire music clips, had built a massive young following in the US and Europe. So, ByteDance made its biggest move yet, a $1 billion deal to buy Musical.ly in November 2017. Behind closed doors, Zhang's team pored over user growth charts and engagement stats, convinced that Musical.ly's viral magic was the missing piece. By August 2018, the two apps were merged into a single platform, TikTok. Now, ByteDance had the infrastructure, algorithm, and a ready-made audience. The stage was set for a new kind of creator culture, one built on instant feedback and the promise that anyone, anywhere, could go viral overnight. Zhang's gamble wasn't just about building an app. It was about building the world's most powerful attention machine, and Gen Z was about to plug in. When TikTok landed in the hands of American teens, it didn't just offer a new way to scroll. It rewrote what it meant to be famous. Suddenly, a 15-year-old in Atlanta named Jalaiah Harmon could invent a dance in her bedroom, upload it, and watch as it swept across the globe. The renegade wasn't just a routine. It was a digital wildfire. Within weeks, celebrities, NBA stars, and millions of users were copying Jalaiah's moves, but few even knew her name at first. Credit and visibility on TikTok moved at breakneck speed, sometimes leaving creators in the dust as trends took on lives of their own. Then came Charli D'Amelio, a Connecticut high schooler who joined TikTok in 2019. She didn't have a record label or a Hollywood agent. She just danced, posted, and watched her follower count explode. By late 2020, Charli hit 100 million followers, landing brand deals with Dunkin', Morphe, and even a Hulu series. TikTok's For You page was like a slot machine for fame. Every swipe a new chance to go viral. Every comment a ticket to the next trend. Unlike Instagram or YouTube, you didn't need fancy equipment or a big following. The algorithm could pick anyone, anytime, and turn them into a household name overnight. For Gen Z, TikTok became a launchpad. Dances, memes, and microskits looped through bedrooms, school hallways, and city streets. The old rules of celebrity were out. Now, authenticity and timing mattered more than polish. The result? A new kind of cultural obsession, where anyone could spark the next viral moment, and everyone wanted their shot. Open TikTok, and the first thing you see isn't a friend's post or a celebrity update. It's the For You page, an endless feed built just for you. But this isn't random. Every swipe, pause, like, and share is tracked, scored, and fed into a system that's always learning. The secret is watch time. If you replay a video or watch it all the way through, that sends a stronger signal than just tapping like. Each new upload starts with a test run. About 300 people see it first. If they watch to the end or interact, the video gets bumped to a bigger pool. If not, it disappears. Comments, shares, and follows all add points, but watch time is king. The algorithm uses real-time feedback, so your feed shifts with every action you take, minute by minute. TikTok doesn't care if you have 1 million followers or none. The system is built to surface whatever keeps users glued to the screen. That's why anyone can go viral, and why scrolling feels impossible to stop. Underneath it all, deep learning models and tagging systems analyze not just your behavior, but every sound, caption, and hashtag, matching content to your interests faster than you can explain them. TikTok doesn't just track what you watch, it tracks almost everything you do. Security researchers at Citizen Lab and Checkpoint dug into the app's code and found it requests access to your phone's contacts, your camera, microphone, even your clipboard. If you give permission, TikTok can see your location, your messages, and sometimes even scans your face for biometric data, like how you blink or move your lips. All this information isn't just used to show you better videos. Some of it gets routed through servers in China, raising alarms for privacy experts who warn that Chinese law could force ByteDance to hand over data if asked. Compared to Instagram or YouTube, TikTok's permissions are broader and less transparent. Researchers found that the app collects device IDs, Wi-Fi network information, and sometimes even voice prints or facial patterns, often without clear explanation. For teens and kids, the risks are even higher. Regulators in Canada and Europe have pressured TikTok to strengthen protections, but gaps remain. The more the app knows, the more it can predict, profile, and potentially influence. For millions of Gen Z users, the trade-off for viral fame and instant entertainment is a level of personal exposure few fully realize. By 2019, TikTok wasn't just a viral playground, it was a full-blown political headache. US officials started asking tough questions about who really controlled the app and what happened to all that user data. The Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, or CFI-US, launched an investigation into ByteDance's takeover of Musical.ly, zeroing in on national security risks. In August 2020, President Trump signed Executive Order 13942, threatening to ban TikTok unless ByteDance sold its US operations to an American company. That set off a frenzy, legal teams, lobbyists, and even Oracle and Walmart scrambling for a piece of the action. But it wasn't just the US. In June 20, India banned TikTok outright, cutting off access for over 200 million users overnight and citing concerns about sovereignty and data privacy. Other countries watched closely, weighing their own bans and restrictions. In March 2023, TikTok CEO Shou Zi faced a grilling on Capitol Hill, fielding questions about Chinese government ties and algorithmic influence. Then, in April 2024, Congress passed a law giving ByteDance 270 days to divest TikTok or face a nationwide ban. The message was clear. For the first time, a social app this big was on the edge of being erased by government order. Project Texas was supposed to be the answer. Move all American TikTok data to servers run by Oracle in the US, hire a separate board, and let outside auditors check the code. But the real problem runs deeper. TikTok's algorithm, the secret sauce behind every viral dance and meme, is built on the same codebase as Douyin, D-O-H-Yin, its Chinese twin. ByteDance engineers in Beijing and Los Angeles work on the same lines of code, updating the recommendation engine for both apps at once. That means splitting TikTok from ByteDance isn't just a matter of flipping a switch or copying files. It's like trying to separate two living organisms that share the same DNA. Even if ByteDance wanted to sell TikTok, China's export laws block the transfer of advanced AI algorithms without government approval. Beijing considers TikTok's code a national asset, not just a business tool. So any American buyer would get the shell of the app, without the engine that makes it run. Regulators and engineers know this, but no one has found a clean solution. With the deadline ticking down and no obvious way to separate the platform, TikTok's future hangs in limbo, caught between two governments and an unsolvable technical knot. By 2020, TikTok had surpassed 2 billion downloads worldwide, making it one of the fastest growing apps in history. The documentary traced its rise from Douyin's 2016 launch to the $1 billion Musical.ly acquisition, and how creators like Jalaiah Harmon and Charli D'Amelio became household names. Technical investigations by Citizen Lab and Checkpoint revealed the platform's extensive data collection and China-based routing, fueling bipartisan US government scrutiny. Legal documents show that, from 2019 to 24, TikTok faced executive orders, congressional hearings, and new laws demanding a sale or outright ban. Yet, as of today, the codebase remains entangled in export restrictions, and the full scope of data access by ByteDance or Chinese authorities has not been independently verified. What is clear? TikTok transformed Gen Z culture and global entertainment while exposing the risks of algorithm-driven influence and international data control. The debate over who should govern digital platforms and how is still unfolding.